need some public awareness and support in terms of the abuse that goes to the transformers. We can bring in a new transformer today, but as we take power to the rural areas, and because we have our TTIs and we have trained our people, they have learned to sometimes illegally do illegal connections, which are not dimensioned, and they overdraw power from the transformer. You can burn the coil and therefore lose a transformer. A transformer today runs for anything up to 1 million shillings, 2 million shillings, depending on the kilowatt rating of that transformer. So the important thing is to ensure that all procurement cycle, which is just closed, how much can KPLC pick up and correct? I'm sure of the 63, some have been addressed, but any that has not been addressed, not only for Mutembei but for the whole country, we allow us to address that, but to respond more specifically to the question of the 21 transformers and REREC and 63 for KPLC. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable CS. Senator Abdul Haji.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Let me first take this opportunity to thank the Minister for appearing today and answering the questions of the members, which in reality are questions from the public. Mr. Speaker, sir, I would ideally be asking the Minister in relation to the frequent power outage in Garissa, but I will not ask him that question because it's already been asked by the Senator from Mombasa and Wajir, and it's been addressed. So I would not want him to repeat. But Mr. Speaker, my question was touching on the issue of transformers. The Waziri has explained to us here that they're expecting, they've made some procurement, and for a long period of time in Kenya, we've been told that the problem with Kenya Power and Lighting is usually transformers. So my question, Bwana Waziri, I just want to inquire on whether or not if we have any local manufacturers for transformers in Kenya, and if we have local manufacturers, is the Ministry and Kenya Power and Lighting procuring from the local manufacturers? If we don't have any local manufacturers for transformers, what is the Ministry doing to talk to local investors, to give them incentives to set up manufacturing plants for transformers, so that we can stop relying on brokers and agents of foreign transformer manufacturers who bring us substandard products from time to time? Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you, Senator Haji. Honorable CS, respond, and particularly in line with the second limb of the question, because you've responded to the aspect on the transformers and the power outages.
Thank you again, Speaker. Thank you, Senator Haji. And we'll do our best during this holy month of Ramadan to sustain those areas because of the kind of lifestyle during the month of Ramadan, to make sure that people are comfortable, the air conditioning in our homes are working, and so on and so forth. And like I said, again, I'm here with the CEO for Kenya Power. We are listening, and we will act on that. We have got local transformer manufacturers, and I think today, honorable members, the requirements for importing transformers into the country are so difficult against local manufacturers. In fact, all transformers come out of local manufacturing. I don't know how much local it is in terms of assembly and manufacturing, because transformer would be a coiling. We may not manufacture copper. So the question of how much is raw materials manufactured and how much is assembly. But the point today is all transformers that come into the Kenyan market are locally manufactured, particularly up to a certain kilowatt rating. The big ones that we may not have capacity come from outside, and we are building capacity for the local industry to be able to do that. We've got a very stringent inspection and certification process, and Kenya Power do work with the local